Alrighty, grade 12s, this is officially your first online essentials math video. This is weird for me, probably weirder for me than it is for you, but we're going to give this a shot. If you don't have this booklet at home, this giant pink booklet, you could quickly pick it up tomorrow if that works for you. If not, it's on the classroom. You can print it or just jot stuff down, work through the questions on a separate piece of paper while you look at it on your computer screen. That's fine too. Okay, so here we go. Property insurance was what we were going to cover next. So we covered GDSR this week. If you missed that, the notes are online. Now we'll pick up with some videos. So property insurance is of course what you need to cover that home that you've purchased. So imagine going home today and finding your home had been burned down and everything was destroyed. If you had no insurance, you'd be left with nothing. Everything you'd put into the things that you bought and the home itself would just be gone. With the right insurance coverage, you would receive some money to replace your possessions and property. So property insurance provides coverage in the event of your property being destroyed or damaged by fire, flooding, etc. Earthquake, vandalism, theft. And you can use it in different ways for different situations. So some things that you need to know about property insurance and the terms that come up in terms of coverage. First of all, market value is what the item is worth today. So if you were to sell it online or something, you could sell it right away for a certain amount of money. Let's say you put it on Kijiji, what could you get for that actual item? The replacement value is what it costs to repair. So let's say, or replace it. Sorry, I'm trying to write fast because I'm trying to make these videos shorter because they take forever to load to the internet. So let's say you have a 20-year-old kitchen. Well, that kitchen wouldn't be worth much in terms of market value, but you'll need to replace it, and it will cost a certain amount more money now to replace it. It'll be a higher cost than maybe what the market value is worth. And tenants package policy. This will be important for you guys, especially as you move out of your parents' houses at some point eventually, and probably rent for a while first. You need to cover the contents of what you have. Your landlord is in charge of the building, but you never need to cover the contents of what you have in your home. So you're not paying for replacing the building if it is set on fire. And your deductible. So you've probably heard this word before, probably in relation to MPI, because it's of course an insurance company as well. The deductible is the amount you pay when something happens or to make a claim. So you pay MPI maybe $200 and then they pay for everything else. It costs more to have a lower deductible. Okay, so some important factors, and maybe I won't write everything down here. I'll write it down and I'll post it online, but I'll just talk about them just so we can keep this video a little bit shorter. Important factors really are related to fire, these four. So how close you are to a fire hydrant. So for example, a metro location will give you a lower insurance policy because you'll be closer to fire hydrants, fire halls, and you'll have really fast service as well as police service. So you have your houses close together. That's what being metro is, or urban. This would be Winnipeg. Protected means you have fire hydrants, but you're not in the city. So in Steinbach, for example, we have fire hydrants, but you're not as close to a fire hall as a whole. The fire department doesn't work the same way, so their response time would be a little bit longer. Thus, more damage is possible to happen to your home in terms of a fire. So you're at kind of the next level. Semi-protected means there are no hydrants where you live, and I'm guessing some of you are in that situation, but you're within 8 kilometers of a fire hall. And unprotected is outside of 8 kilometers. So I grew up in that situation where it would take quite a while for the fire department to be able to make it in case of a fire. Okay, moving along. So some things that could help you is if you go claims free for a while, the insurance company may say, no, you don't have to pay as much as other people who have claims all the time. Maybe you're taking better care of your house. Another one that would go along that is if you have a burglar alarm. I know we looked into it a few years ago and it saved us a couple $100 a year to have a burglar alarm in our home, especially when we were in Winnipeg. Basic or comprehensive coverage. So basic might be just like if a fire happens, or just for small things, maybe not total replacement value. Comprehensive means you'll have more coverage, comprehensive coverage, and you are more likely to get more money back for those. Of course, comprehensive coverage costs more money. So we have another chart where you have to look at. So that those 4 areas become really important if you're metro, protected, semi-protected, or unprotected, and then the value of your home and contents. Okay, so this chart doesn't go very high, but it's the one we're going to use for the moment. So this value is what your house and its contents are worth. Okay, so if we take a look at the question, calculate the annual premium or amount of money it costs for comprehensive insurance given the following details. So the house is in the city, aka metro. Its contents and itself, the house, is worth 125 grand. Okay, so we look metro and 125 grand comprehensive coverage. Okay, so that's $639 for the year. Then it adds on that there's a $200 deductible. So that's pretty low if you consider that a house is worth an amount that's worth that much and you only have to pay $200. So when you make a claim, there's a cost to it, and that's called the deductible. So it says for the $200 deductible, add 10%. So take a look at some of these things, these discounts that you might get. Mortgage free, that means you've paid off your mortgage. You're not smokers, you have a burglar alarm. You have a newer home that costs less, or a slightly newer home, not quite as new, 6 to 10 years old. These are things that will be deducted from your insurance package. In this case, you're adding on a $200 deductible, and it says add 10%. So we know how to do that really well from calculating tax, right? 1 times the 10%, 0.1. That's what we're going to multiply by. And I need to grab a calculator. So 639 times, I have to turn it on for it to work. 639 times 1.1 is, the package would cost $702.90. Okay, somehow I've already almost talked for 10 minutes. I was trying to make this video short, so I've got to run. Email me your questions. I'll post the answer key. Keep in contact. Hope you're well. See you later. Bye-bye.